Hey everybody, it's your girl JaleaNicole, and I'm back here for my last video of February as it pertains to Black History Month. I figured I would end it on a high note, something that would last through the year, something that would actually connect us. So I'm going to give you guys my Black history. I know that, like, what does that mean? I want to tell you guys about myself. I know that there are snippets here and there and I vlog and whatnot, but I don't think I've actually sat and gave you guys who I am. Now, it may seem like it's going to just like run like some factual things and then into some stories, but hey, bear with me. This is something new, and this is something very, I would say hard, because you have to really divulge and be transparent. And it's not hard to be transparent, but it's hard to think about the reception. You know what I'm saying? So before we get any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like, and make sure you share. Please share the goodness of my channel with everyone else. But let's get started. So my name is Jalea. For business purposes, I go by JaleaNicole because that's actually my middle name. I was born in '86, so that means I will be 32 this year. So around that time, Nicole was real popping. Like, it was pretty popping back then. So I am part of the Nicole clique. I was actually born in Ohio. I was born in a small town called Lorain, but we lived in Elyria. So it's, not like the biggest place, but it's home. And so that's where I'm from. That's the year I was born. But I am also a Taurus. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm a Taurus. And I'm a pretty hardcore Taurus. Basically, this is a facts about me video, okay? So I am a Taurus. I was born May 15th, 1986. And the Taurus is the bull. So yes, that stubborn attribute. Yes, that aggressive or that determined, ambitious demeanor. It's me. It's definitely me. That loyal factor, it's me. So it's pretty funny because my household, it's 6 people in my house. We make up 6 different signs. We are half of the zodiac sign. And I know a lot of people don't subscribe to that, but it's not the say all, be all, end all, but it definitely has truth. Everything to me has some level of truth, and that's definitely one of those things. Like, I am a Taurus. My husband is a Capricorn. Pray for us. Woo, pray, because he's a Ram and I'm a Bull, and we go back and forth all the time. But it's definitely one of those like bomb partnerships. And my kids, I have a Gemini, I have a Sagittarius, I have an Aquarius, and I have a Cancer. So we are literally half of the zodiac sign. That's all the little trivial fun, things. But I am a military brat. My mother joined the Navy when I was about 5 years old, and she retired around the time that I got pregnant with my second son. She was in for almost 19 years. Like, she literally was like knocking on the door of 20. That's a whole nother story for another day. But yes, I grew up a military brat. So I have been raised between 2 different states. They're both, to me, considered the South, but North and South. Norfolk, Virginia, and Pensacola, Florida. I have been back and forth between those 2 most of my mom's military career with me. And when she went overseas to Guam, I was actually old enough to do my own thing. And that's when I went with whom is now my husband, my boyfriend at the time. Excuse me. So yes, the military life was definitely something that was comforting for me. And so when I married somebody who wasn't in the military, who was used to being in one spot, that is definitely something we have conversations about, because I'm like, it's like time to go. Let's go find something new. And he's like, no, my family is here. And I'm like, we can go elsewhere. But what else? Like, this is just fun for me. I'm sorry. Oh, I have went to too many colleges. Oh, look at that. Ugh. Okay, I was going to rewrap it, but I didn't feel like it. I thought it was secure, but it lied. Okay. Oh, crap. All right. So Pardon the interruption. But I have been to way too many colleges, if you ask me. I have to count how many I've been to. I believe it's 6 to 7 colleges. Yeah. That's not okay. But I did graduate. I got my first degree in 2013. I graduated with my Bachelor's of Science in Psychology in 2013. And from the time that I declared that major to the time that I ended, which was about 3 years, I actually carried 3 children. So within the 3 years, like, it was crazy. I was in school, and then I got pregnant with Devon, and then I was still in school, had Devon, then got pregnant with Jada, still in school, got pregnant with Junior. And I finished my last class the summer of 2013, and I had my son the summer of 2013, and I got to walk in December 2013. So everything all fell together. Even when I got my cosmetology license. Oh, I'm a cosmetologist. So while in school for my degree, I had a certificate to be a cosmetologist, and I got my cosmetology license in Florida. So while in school for cosmetology, I was pregnant with my first son. That sounds just like a lot of pregnancy and a lot of class. I mean, that's what my life has been, and I'm actually kind of cool with that. But right after I had him, like right before I had him, we went on break, and we literally had 6 weeks. So we went on break, and it's like as soon as break started, I had him, and at my 6-week checkup, the next few days, I was back in school. Like, it, boom. Last little just tidbit, randomly, I was actually a salon manager at the age of 22. I was managing a salon for Regis at the age of 22. And I did not pay it any mind until recently. I was talking to someone. I was like, hold on a second. I was legit like 22 years old managing a salon. And in the time that I was doing so, it was right. It just felt right and everything. And then we ended up moving back here to Georgia. But I was the youngest in the salon. And then not only the youngest in the salon, but I'm the boss. So I definitely had some obstacles and some issues that came up against me with that, but I would not trade it at all for the world. They did not like it at first, but I tell you what, by the time I left there, they actually became associates of mine. Like, we had actually started to grow a relationship. Now, there was one chick though, I had to fire her, and I did not have a problem with it. I want to say her name, but I won't. She knew she was wrong. And mean. You can't get fired for being mean, but you can't get fired for not doing your job. But now to get into me, not just the stuff that I've done or the stuff that, you know, add to my resume. Something that really, you know, hits here for me. I am an African American woman, and I think that I have to declare that because I get that question so much. Being of lighter skin tone, I get a lot of rebuttals, a lot of jokes, and a lot of questionable, like, looks like, yes, I'm African American. And I will insert a picture of my mother here. I am from my mother. And my thing is, that's where I come from. No, I don't know my father. He could be anything and whatnot. Like, I don't know what his nationality, his culture is, because I don't know him, nor do I know who he is. That is also another story for another day. But with that being said, what I know and what I've been taught and what I feel in my shanana, what I feel in my heart of hearts, I'm an African American woman. And I do get jokes even further than just me, because my kids are so, they're lighter than me. Like 2 of them are way lighter than me, and 2 of them are around my shade color, but my husband is also red bone. We get a lot of jokes, and I have to share something with you guys. Like, I've been married to my husband. This year would be 11 years, but he's known me since I was 16. And I'll be, what, 32. That is 16 years. Legitimately, this year, my husband has known me half of my life. So that means that I've known his parents half of my life. My stepfather, 2 Christmases ago, referred to me as spicy. But spicy in the sense that he was saying that my culture is spicy. Like, that's what you chose, son. You chose a spicy Latina. I said, he chose me. No, father-in-law. I am a black woman. And it's crazy because I don't think that I've ever had a conversation with him about what I am. That was legitimately his perception of me. Like, and so at that point I had to declare, nah, I'm black. Like, I'm not, and there's nothing wrong with being Latina, but it's like, no, you didn't ask me, and that's what you felt. And but my feelings weren't hurt. I wasn't offended, anything. I cracked up. Like, me and my husband looked at each other and laughed so hard, because you never think to have that conversation with your in-law. Oh, yes, I'm an African-American woman. Yes, thank you. Because it's not really a conversation you have. You just go off, okay, my son happy, she happy. Okay, they look crazy, but okay, they young. They're going to get their stuff together. And he thought I was Latina, y'all. Nope. I'm black. I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. But it's just funny to me that at my 32nd year of life, I still actually sometimes have to defend my ethnicity. And I just thought it wasn't that deep, but it is definitely that deep. And even with people thinking that I may not be black or African American, or I may be biracial. Remember the salon I was working in? Right before I became a salon manager, I had a lady, a Caucasian woman, older, and I was in Florida when this happened, and she sounded extra Southern, and come to find out she was from Georgia, deep Georgia. And so she comes in and she's like, hey darling. I was like, well, hello. She was like, I'm here for so-and-so. And I was like, well, she's off today. She's normally here. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can help you with? No, I want the colored girl. I need the colored girl. And I was like, well, I'm so sorry. No, she was like, I want the other colored girl. I was like, oh, so that means currently you consider me colored. Okay, so me and the other colored girl, you know, we'll talk about it later. But she was like, the other colored girl. I was like, well, she's not here. Well, and there was 2 white employees there. She said, well, that's all right. I'll choose you. So even though she was from the South and I was colored, she didn't want nobody else touching her hair, because the colored girl was going to take care of her. That, you guys, was my very first time being like, wait a minute. People really do say stuff like this. People really do feel like this. People really do, like, live that life. I did not know what to do. I knew how I felt. I felt offended, but I also felt like pity for her. But then there was a sense of compassion for her, because I was like, oh my God, you are really stuck where you are and where you were. Like, you're still there. You know what I'm saying? So my black history is this light-skinned girl whom is from Ohio, who is now in the South, is a successful wife and mommy of 16 years. Not that I've been a wife that long, but relationship. Whom is also a cosmetologist and a degree holder in the science of psychology, whom will soon be going back to school for her master's and eventually doctorates in that same field. That's my black history. Some of it is written and some of it is to come, but I just wanted to share some of who I am with you guys. And yes, this is like how this is like my regular personality, and I don't really get to share it that often because being so busy as a mom and a wife, my family gets a lot of this, and I can't wait to get to a place where I get to meet you guys a lot more, and do meet and greets, and share the businesses that I have with you guys on a different level. So I'm going to add some stuff down in the description bar. I have been tasked with the ministry by God, and I'd love for you women and even gentlemen to share the news that I have, and share the group that I have with someone you think would benefit from it, that would add value, or that would gain. It doesn't matter, like whatever capacity that they would be able to work in, through, and for it. I would love to talk to them. I'll be adding prayer calls, like for Zoom. I'll be adding that stuff soon, by March. And I have meetups and events, and I also have a great network that I'm building right now. That is to come. I can't tell you guys about that because I still have to get some legal things together, but this mama baby at home, but she stay working, okay? So I thank you guys for sitting here chilling and, you know, talking with me about these things, because I definitely enjoy just being able to be myself and have a real conversation. So please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Peace out. I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. Just playing. Just playing. My Black history. Bye, guys.